My story is about obviously Nicolas Thorne, my son, who died aged 13. It was one Wednesday morning. We had a phone call from the school saying that Nicolas was playing football in the playground and he had collapsed on the floor. We weren't sure what had happened to him, but we were told that he was going to be taken to East Surrey Hospital. We got to the hospital. We waited whilst he was being treated by the paramedics, who were trying to rig him up with an ECG monitor and a heart monitor and so forth. We waited. Someone came out and said that they wasn't sure what the problems were, and that if it was to do with his brain, he would go to Atkinson Morley. If it was his heart, he would go up to Guy's, and if it was general, anything other than that, he would go to St George's in Tooting. They kept him for a while in East Surrey, and then they said that it was more likely something to do with his heart through different reasons, and they transferred him up to Guy's Hospital. Didn't know really what was wrong with him, to be honest. We were told several different things. He kept arresting for different periods of time, which they gave him heart massage and got his heart back working every time it had arrested over the few days. At one point we were told that because of the amount of arrests that he had, that there could be some form of brain stemming, which is the lack of oxygen to the brain, and that he would like to see that if he has got any brain swelling, there are more complications that comes with it. He went and had a brain scan, and the brain was fine, so we carried on and said, no, let's do other things. Dr. Rosenthal tried to stable the heart by putting some electrodes through the main arteries in the groin up into the heart, and then kept fusing the heart to see if it could make it act in a different way, as we understood. But it couldn't. The heart just kept shutting itself down for whatever reasons, and Nicolas died at 6:10 on the 29th of November 2002. After that, we, from Dr. Rosenthal, studying, and this is how I understand it, studying the ECG readings over a course of time, came back to us and explained what he thought it could be, which, as I understand, I'm not technical, but an instability to the wiring mechanism to the heart. And as I understand that, the heart works, the brain works, the heart stops for whatever reason it stops. The brain sends a message in down the wiring mechanism to the heart, but because the wiring is faulty, the heart doesn't get going. And that's how I understand what happened to my son. How everything that although you never forget him, and the kids have never forgot him, and they talk quite openly, quite freely, because that's what we want, but there was always small things in the beginning that made you think of it when you're on your own, when the kids were at school, and maybe there's, Eunice doing the washing, and she's got, she's looking for 3 sets of clothes to wash rather than 4. Amy probably she was the youngest, and her and Nick used to, be. He would always in the mornings be getting up early, and she would be, she's quite young, and he would get her up, and he'd get her a drink, and they'd sit downstairs and watch telly. So Amy knew him. And she missed him once, that he had gone, and it was difficult trying to explain to her at a young age on what had happened to him. But it's the same with Charlotte and with Dean. as where, you know, Dean's different. Dean's now the eldest, and throughout his life for 13 years, from probably maybe 5 or 6, he would never stop kicking a football around. He'd be out in the garden kicking a ball around and playing football with the other 3 who were obviously younger than him. He changed his football teams throughout his life as he got older. As he got to 13, from West Ham in the beginning to Man United and then to Liverpool, and which, you know, but his dreams, his hopes, I couldn't tell you, because he died at such a young age before we ever sat down and had that talk about where he would be in the future.